All right, Buckeye Backers are live. We saw first half of Ohio State football versus Washington. The only thing I can think of is this is Ryan Day's typical play calling against a team like Michigan. It's the worst play calling I've seen since Michigan. And honestly, to be true with you, come on forward for a second. I believe it's Ryan Day calling the plays and not Hartline. Hartline would have passed the ball to the best wide receiver in college football more than 3 times in one half. Right?
Yeah, terrible play calling. We thought they overcame this after the Michigan game really opened up in the playoffs. We understood why they were tight against Texas.
Yep, absolutely.
It was the first game was saying, number 1 team in the country. There's no reason to be tight in this game. And the fact that they're routinely running the football, they're not airing it out. Even passing plays seem like they're short.
Yep.
You're not even opening up that intermediate passing game. So really disappointed by the play calling. And you're right, it may be Day, but he needs to take the training wheels off.
Yep, time to take the training wheels off. Sang needs to open up, pass the ball more. This is the 62nd ranked passing defense in the country. They played nobody, and all you do is not give 2 first-round wide receivers the ball. Jeremiah Smith had it 3 times. One of them was touchdown. One of them was first down. The third one was almost a first down. And then Carnell Tate hasn't touched the ball. No targets, 0. No. This is actually an embarrassment for play calling in terms of Ohio State football. You've never seen anything like this. They got Bo Jackson the ball. That was good. A freshman got the ball and he was running the ball, and they were doing well with it. But this isn't how you attack this team. This is actually what we said initially in pregame. This is how you keep the game close. They did exactly what they said. How you keep the game close. This is just a replica of how you play the Michigan game, right? An exact replica.
We thought they overcame it. And they're showing us again in a big game that they haven't overcome this. Remember, we go to Ann Arbor in 2 months, right?
Yeah.
So if they're not going to just air it out when they need to, these are going to be problematic games. And guess what? Washington has a lot of playmakers in offense. They're one big play away from going up in this game.
Absolutely.
And their defense is fired up. They're trying to fake field goals. They're putting everything out there, and that's why it's a 7-3 game. Ohio State's putting nothing out there, and that's why it's a 7-3 game.
How do you keep the home crowd in the game?
I told you right away.
Keep the home crowd in the game. You do exactly what Ohio State did.
You keep giving them hope. Everyone around us has hope right now. You needed to take away that hope 5 minutes in that game. They failed to do so.
Once that shank punt happened, you take a shot downfield immediately. That's football 101. Everyone knows that from elementary football, from flag football, from peewee, pop corner, all the way through football to the highest level. But you know what Ohio State needs to do? Just run the ball.
And you are seeing at times, you're seeing that one-on-one matchup with Smith. I saw it down when they were driving towards the west end zone. One-on-one. All I kept saying on 2nd and 6, just throw it up to him. Don't care. 50-50 ball.
In the air.
I'll trust Jeremiah every game.
Every time. It was a terrible play. It's piss poor play calling. It's obviously on Ryan Day. This isn't Hartline calling it. He loves to pass it to wide receivers. He's a wide receiver coach. Something's got to change right now. You can't make adjustments at halftime. The halftime adjustments need to be made in the first possession. This is the problem, and it's always been a problem at Ohio State. Ever since Ryan Day took over. Halftime adjustments need to be made in the first quarter, in the first possession. You have tablets. All right, you have communication, right? Helmet comms.
Yes.
Like players need to be contacting him, and you need to make adjustments immediately. And honestly, it should have been done before the game. You should prepare to pass against the 62nd ranked passing defense in the country immediately. All right, we got to go. Someone fell down the steps, so we're going to go help them out. Buckeye Backers are out. Thank you very much. God bless. Have a great. Let's just do it. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Buckeye Backers are live. We just witnessed a win on the road, the first one for Ohio State. What were your initial impressions?
Tough game, tough environment, and they knew they had to play all 4 quarters, but they did what they needed to do in the second half. We're going to stop. There's people.
No, we don't have to stop. Hey, so what do you think about the play calling? First half, what we wanted to see was coming out, airing the ball out. 62nd rated defense, the passing defense in the country, but no passes, virtually no passes in the first half.
Yeah, we thought the play calling was really tight in the first half, and maybe that was due to the environment. It was really loud in here, especially in the first quarter. Played it all conservative. Even in that second, or even at the start of the second half, you were seeing a lot of short throws still. They were not stretching the ball into the intermediate boundaries or deep at all. They didn't take one deep shot this entire game. They were not stretching that secondary whatsoever. I know they were playing a deep cover too, but there was no reason for them to not look at that 12 to 18 intermediate passing range. They were complementing the pass game a little bit more with the run, but I thought it was a very stale, vanilla play call.
Yeah. Buckeye Backers are here live on Lake Washington. We found a dog to talk to us a little bit, to tell us a little bit about what he thought about the Buckeyes. First of all, what was your initial impression? How did you think the game went, and how do you think your dogs did?
Well, first of all, I think our dogs showed up. Obviously, you guys are number one in the nation. We had to step it up. I think we played a pretty good game, but there's a reason why you're number one, and you guys just showed why you're number one. Your defense shut down our offense.
True.
On the line, and the secondary shut down our red zone offense. So those two things alone right there probably were the keys to the game.
I think that's a great factor, and I think Seattle Matt will say the same. Our defense is really why we're in all these games. Our offense has a little bit of work to do, a little bit questionable as far as from a Buckeye standpoint. We didn't get our big players the ball in big plays when it mattered the most. It seemed like a very conservative approach from our side of things. They just wanted to get in, get out, go back to Columbus with a W. Didn't matter how they did it. Didn't have to look pretty. They just wanted the W, and that was it. Seattle, do you have any viewpoints on that?
I do.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, UW's got a really good team. They got a really good offense. I think they have some pieces, parts on defense that they need to work through. But that was a good team. That's going to be a ranked team at the end of the year. And coming to Seattle is a very difficult place to come to. So I think that the score was really indicative of the fact that just Ohio State had to persevere throughout the game. They had to get to where they needed to. I thought UW went away from the run a little too quickly, and I think you go into the teeth of the secondary with the Buckeyes defense, they were able to capitalize on that. But there were some running lanes. There were some things you got to clean up on defense too. I think Damon had some times where he may have hesitated a time or two. If he takes off and runs, those are probably 20-yard gains to keep the chains moving. So I think University of Washington showed they have a lot of pieces, parts to be successful this year. And yeah, you're right. You always lead with the offense. Defense is what's keeping us in these games this year. It's not the offense.
And no question about it, the athletes for Washington, it was
Great
on
athletes.
display.
Great
Damon, as you said, is electric.
He is.
Jonah Coleman is a beast, an absolute beast. He ran all over the place. And this is probably the number one defense in the nation, so there's a lot to be proud of from a Husky side of things in the future and developing as a team down the road. But aside from football, we got to get to what this view has been like. I was out there on the water earlier. We have Lake Washington behind us. This is the scene for all of college football. Everyone needs to see it. This is a bucket list for everyone.
Yes.
I said last year the Rose Bowl was topping everything, but this is more unique than the Rose Bowl. This is something you're not going to see anywhere. Anyone else can say they sailgate, but no one sailgates like the Washington Huskies. This is something that separates it from all other college football teams. If you have the chance to get out here, you need to get on the water. You need to rent a boat. And if you do it big, you can get on a pirate boat or take a sauna cruise if you want to. Everything you could possibly see on the water, you're going to see in Lake Washington. This is a beautiful setting, and I recommend it to any fan base that wants to come out and see Seattle. Great place to watch college
Huskies,
football.
great fan base too. Accommodating and respectful. It was an amazing experience.
Absolutely. We're at a tailgate. They have pizza ovens, and they were gracious enough to have all the Buckeyes that we brought along. How many were there? 12, 13,
Too
15?
many. We brought
20?
a lot.
And the stadium,
Great fan base.
stadium was packed with Ohio State fans. The fans inside the stadium for Washington were great, gracious, good hosts. It was all around pleasant experience, other than the play calling from the Ohio State Buckeyes,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
that was strange, but everything else was great.
Yeah.
That's what I told you.
cheers
Get out to Seattle.
to being here. Come out to Seattle if you get the chance.
Yeah.
It's worth every
Congrats.
minute of it. Thank you.
Congrats,
And
sir.
good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, Archie.
Hopefully it's a step up in the right direction.
It is.
It will be.
You gotta
Absolutely.
help
Yeah,
the team.
you gotta
I
help.
feel like we at least showed up.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Until then, God bless. Buckeye Backers are out.
And go